Hey, everybody, welcome back. We are that podcast that you never knew you needed. I like to say to my friends here, Josh and Brent, that sometimes I sit and I dream on for hours, and sometimes those hours turn into days. I dream of a girl I once knew as a schoolboy. She was the one who could sing me away. Josh, say hello.
That was fantastic. The ninth best song on the album.
I don't know if it's the ninth, but we'll find out if it is.
Oh,
Brent, Walter,
God,
what do
what
you
a
got going on,
spoiler.
buddy?
I just fucked him already. Ninth best song on the album. So, people, what's going on? I'm here with these two delinquents tonight, like I am every whatever night we record
As
on.
often as we can record. I opened up with a little Sing Me Away. That is just a little hint of what we're going to talk about tonight's episode, in case you haven't caught on, is about Dawn Patrol once again. But we are ranking the songs in order, right, Josh? Is that what the agenda says?
We're going to rank them just personal favorites, basically starting at 10, going to 1. And it's just basically what my favorite is, what your favorite is, and there's no right or wrong. Now, obviously, if we were ranking these by importance or whatever, or we were
It'd be
ranking
the
them
same.
for a third party, what we would recommend, Don't Tell Me You Love Me would probably be number 1. And it could still be number 1 in our list, but it's just everybody's list is going to be different when you do your own, and we
Yeah.
encourage you to do, post yours on YouTube or on the Facebook page. But it's just, what is your top
In
10? And there,
order.
as long as yours agrees with mine, there is no wrong answer.
I feel there will be some differences. Brent, what are your thoughts on this? I struggled with this a little. I mean, I love these
It
rankings.
took me 2 minutes.
I love
Isn't
these
that a big deal?
rankings, but this album is again like a sort of a deep dive, and this was like, again, I go back to Sophie's Choice. It's like picking my favorite kid, and I only got one. You know,
And it's hard.
Whatever feels good at that time.
and mine's changed over the course of the day.
And it's hard to do when you have a great album like this as well, because there is not a big
There's not a bad
difference
song.
between 1 and 10. And another thing, I mean, I always tell people it's a lot different if you only listen to a CD or to an album through your phone or in your car. Today I actually put it in my, stereo system in the basement that I have where I work, and cranked it up on really nice speakers. And that changes some things too. It's like where, in my car, I can't really hear Jack's bass line that well, but in Sing Me Away, Jack's bass line is really good.
Yep.
I would like it further in the mix, further up in the mix. But I think too, your list will really be determined on how you actually listen to your music as well.
Yeah.
It's funny that you say all that, because I actually listened to it today, and I keyed in on Fitz. Really concentrate on listening to what he does, because I know what he does, but I never heard all the little subtle nuances that he put in on some of these songs, and they were great.
Fitz
Now,
is
shut up for a minute. I want to
Fitz
give
is
you
all over this album. I mean, this is
it's great.
in a good way. I mean, he's all
I'm
over
going to
Big Life.
debut our artwork tonight so I can see your reactions. Are you ready?
Sure.
I worked long and hard on this Sunday.
That I love.
You see it? And at the bottom, I used the Dawn Patrol, font. You can't see it on here, but it says, "We rank Dawn Patrol," and it's in the color. It's exactly the same as it is on the cover.
We are some chunky bastards, man.
So
That's awesome. Is that from the Ewok village?
that's what Madison asked me. She goes, "Is that Star Wars?" I said, "I don't know, but it was the only picture I could really find that had 3 trees that we could stand by that were."
You can tell by the full Jets Indoor.
Well, I was just searching when I told you I did a lot of homework on this episode, on this artwork.
Nerd.
I was searching Forest at dawn, Forest at dusk. I was trying to get the exact same kind of picture that they had. The only thing I couldn't really make is red, but
I tell you, Brent. I know
I figured you'd all appreciate that.
I don't know if you feel like you get the love for your artwork and your designs, but I truly appreciate everything you do. That's fantastic. I wouldn't mind having that on a T-shirt.
Well, let me see. Here, let me see if I can pull up the other one. I don't know. I don't know if I actually pulled up the right one for it. Here, this is We Rank Dawn Patrol. Did it have the 3D logo on it?
Yes.
I'm just thinking right now, if this is someone listening to this audio-wise, they can't tell.
Yeah, you're really missing
but
out.
It's awesome. Go to YouTube and watch us.
Where are we?
I don't know what are we doing right now.
Does it have the 3D logo?
That is the Dawn Patrol logo of us in the woods.
Yeah, does it have the 3D logo?
No.
Okay, well, that's what I was trying to pull up because I have it, but it's going to be huge. Huge, I say.
All right.
It's going to be like this. Let's see. Does that? Yeah. See how? Well, that one does. Oh, there's the most important person on the cover. I told you it's huge.
All right. Carry on, my wayward son.
By the way, Jack Blades has been drawn. Jack Blades was on my left shoulder there. He's gone. I drew out an X of Josh's on his picture.
We all know where those pictures come from.
I think Josh was at Kings Island or something. And Andy, you were just standing in the hallway with your 1969 shirt on.
Damn straight.
And you didn't have feet, so thank God the little laser crash covers up your feet.
Just a quick side note: I was actually born the day Abbey Road was released, so that's what the shirt print wiped out from me.
Nothing to be proud of, Russ.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Joking.
I got that in Olivia Newton-John. I mean, that's my claim to fame for my birthday.
You saw Nickel too.
So, to recap, we are deep diving on Dawn Patrol and ranking our songs 10 to 1. We have any thoughts, any comments on the last episode we did? Has anybody got any? And have you got any feedback? Anything they want to talk about?
Well, it's only been live for a few hours, so not going to be a lot of feedback. Dave Glazer did mention that the guitar work we had mentioned Girls All Like It, which is the B-side for, I think it was on both Secret of My Success and Color Your Smile overseas, that he thinks it's one of the best Brad Jeff combos that they've recorded. And John Davey was the first one to say booger, so we know he watched we know he watched to the end.
Thank you, John Davey.
That's fantastic.
Let me see here. I'm just kind of.
I wouldn't mind, and I don't know if we'll ever get to the point where we actually have someone as a fourth person on the show, but I wouldn't mind talking to a guitar player like Dave and really dig into the brain of a guitar player and talk about how ranking the solos to a degree. I mean, you can't go through everything, but kind of give us a top 10.
That'd be like saying, let's talk to a drummer.
Oh, well, let's talk to a drummer. What do you want to know?
I don't know. What do you want to know?
I want to know how to play Finish What You Started correctly.
Oh, you just got to pay attention to me one day. I'll show you. You're funny.
So is there any news? Anything going on? I know we Night Ranger just had that show in
Arizona.
When was that? Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
So the set list was. Is this something you're going to show in the Night Ranger news?
No, I don't have the set list. I just have I have somebody in our Fans of Motion news. So go ahead.
So the set list was somewhat traditional. They did include Rumors in the Air. They did include Seven Wishes, but then I think you guys said someone said they swapped it out maybe with Secret of My Success.
Eric said that, I think.
Damn it, Eric! I just came across the comment.
My friend Eric Levy, you might have heard of him.
God, Eric,
I saw Josh's comment. Oh, they must have listened to our show about our set list, and Eric Levy said, "Oh, I need to go listen to that." And I went, "Well, they must have listened to me because they dropped Sentimental Street."
But yeah, well, Secret of My Success is back in there. I don't know why. I don't care anymore. If this podcast creates anything, it's hopefully that we get that song. It's whatever.
Josh, you don't know. This is what's going to happen. Andy, you and I are going to be at a show, and Jack Blade's going to say, "Hey, let's rock it up. We got the Fans of Motion out there. We're going to let them pick the set list tonight. We're going to play whatever you want,
as long as it's on this list."
And Andy and Josh went, "Penny," and we looked at him. No, not Penny. They've already played Penny.
Yeah,
we're going to play Call My Name.
So what else we got in the news? You going to read the list, Josh, or do you want to just? They figured everybody's seen it by now, or heard it.
Seen it and heard it.
I just mentioned that they just played a couple newer songs. All the other songs are just what you would expect. So,
yeah,
same old.
But it was cool that. Well, go ahead. I don't want to. I think Brent's going to have the rest of it.
Oh,
let's throw it to Brent Walter with the news.
We have John Hayes, who attended the show, and he posted a ton of stuff on the page. I especially loved him running down the aisle, and you can see the people on both sides, how they had everybody socially distanced. And I'm going to have to go kill that alarm because our power just flashed here and our alarm's going off.
Go kill it.
Talk about John real quick. Talk about the all the stuff he's posted.
So John, I think we'll have to talk to John to know exactly what his but it looks like he was working the venue where the band was. So he posted, the first thing he posted was from Eric's side of the stage when they came on. They did a Facebook Live kind of thing, or a video of the band coming on stage and from Eric Levy's side. So that was really cool. And then he posted, it looks like there was probably, they had stuff set on a table for them to autograph. It looks like there were some instructions or maybe names for them to autograph too. So, but it was really interesting to see how they had the crowd set up with the whole social distancing. It was like a maze of like railing to where people couldn't get to other people, but at least they had a show, and it looks like they did their best to do the social distancing, and we shall see.
Yeah, very cool. And we want to do a shout out. Is that Naoshi Kawai? Well,
one of us has to hit it.
Thanks for joining the Fans of Motion. You had a really cool post the other day. I love seeing the stuff from our Japanese friends.
And that was a really good. It was a really good set list too. Cover yourself back up and keep it that way. Growing Up in California, 7 Wishes, Rumor, Knock Knock. I mean, those are 4 songs right away that you usually don't hear. Then it gets back into, the same kind of stuff. But those first 4 songs were really good. Like after that, it's, Secret of My Success, and there is High Road in there. That's cool. High Road and High Enough. Goodbye. So, anyways, the first
older.
Well, it had to be at least 2014-15. It's got High Road in there, so
right. That's sure.
And Knock Knock, that's off High Road, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So I wanted to make sure it wasn't off Let It Up. So, yeah, it's a few years old. I would say.
Don't let go. You mean, or don't let go.
Don't let up.
Don't let up.
What did I say?
I think you should say let up, but I was like.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't know what I said, but
anyway,
I would think if it was, if it was up to 2017 when that was released, I think they would have probably thrown one of those songs in there because they did play 3 new songs. They played Somewhere in California, High Road, and Knock Knock. So
whenever they go to Japan, they always play a few off the new album.
That's what I say. I think if it was 2018 or 17 on, there would have been a track off it. So I would say that's somewhere between 14 and 16 set list.
Awesome. Is that it for the news? Anything else, Brent?
That's all I got. That's all you need.
Anything Fans in Motion related?
That was Fans in Motion related, Andy.
If you haven't got a chance, go back and check out some of the previous podcast episodes. We did the bonus tracks that was released today, and the David Lauser interview that took the 2 weeks prior. So And we got
fantastic stuff on that episodes.
And we got another interview coming up here soon that we will put together and release. We'll leave it at that.
All right, so I assume there's probably nothing new to talk about at this stage of the game, right?
Nothing new like in collecting or what we've got?
Well, regarding Night Rangers, nothing new. I mean, I think we've talked about there was talk of a new album coming out again, or they're in the studio or something.
Well, they're writing. I don't think they're in the studio or at least, whatever their home studios. We got the 2 vinyl reissues coming out in November and December. You can get the Dawn Patrol pre-order on Amazon now. For some reason, you could only get the Midnight Madness. Now you can get Dawn Patrol on Amazon as well, pre-ordered. You could get them both on Barnes & Noble previously, but it is now available on Amazon.
And
all right.
That Yeti record store, I shared that night when we take 2. That Yeti record store that I posted the night that you posted or somebody posted Midnight Madness. I think they take 10 or 15% off. I put a discount code on that post for first-time buyers, so it'll give you free shipping.
Awesome.
So,
awesome sauce. All right, are we ready to start this adventure known as Dawn Patrol?
I gotta redo your list, man.
Mine?
Yeah, we forgot. What stuff we've got? I always got something.
I just said, is there anything new?
Yeah, he said new.
You guys knew. I was like, what? And you said, like, is there any new Night Ranger news? This isn't.
What are you holding in your hand? Is it Night Ranger related?
I don't want to know what he's holding in his hand, Andy. I don't want to know.
This is Greatest Hits on vinyl from. I don't know if you guys can
Canada.
See it.
Canada?
From Canada.
It's sealed.
It is, and actually it's a cut copy, so probably discount bin.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to open it. I need to see what the label is.
In there.
It's not worth anything more being sealed, so eventually
what? I would keep it sealed and then just find you another copy.
It's not easy to find another copy. That's why I'm going to open it.
But you will find it.
Nah, it'll take a while. But there you go. Finally got Canada Greatest Hits off the list.
And that didn't come out in America on vinyl?
No, it did. It came out.
Okay.
It came out in pretty much every standard country. Canada, England. I don't know if there's a Japanese version now. And there is a Columbia House of that as well.
Oh, God, it just flashed again. Hang on, I'm sorry.
All right, this is where we talk shit about Brent.
Is there a storm going on out there?
I don't know what's going on, man.
Up your way?
It's probably someone trying to break in. He keeps turning the damn alarm off.
Come on in.
We'll just have to cut his feed when he starts getting, hit with an axe.
Well, leave it for a minute.
I was sitting there, I don't know what you're saying because I don't have my buds in, but I was saying last night we had a thunderstorm and the power kept doing this. I thought, thank God we're not recording tonight. And here it is, same time as last night, and it keeps flickering. So somebody's hit something, and I'm guessing they just backed the car out and it jolted the power again. So you may lose me if you're lucky. Yeah, fingers crossed. I have one on crossed finger.
And I did find Big Life from the box set. I put a concentrated effort into finding it.
Andy was rubbing off on you. Andy has all these jewel cases, but there's no CDs in them.
Yeah,
I had to put everything back from whatever. What did we do? Well, I had all the Van Halen out. So I had all my Van Halen out. I had all the Night Ranger for the bonus tracks, and then for the interview that we were talking about earlier, I had a lot of stuff out for it. So I had to basically take a little bit of time and put all that stuff back. And so I was like, all right, somewhere in this mess is my Japanese box set, Big Life. So it actually fell behind some shit. So it's good. let's rank my top 10 Night Ranger albums.
Are you ready? I noticed it's over your shoulder there. I like it.
It is. Dawn
What
Patrol.
order are we going in?
We're going to start.
Start with Josh.
Well, I don't care.
Let's get disappointed at the beginning.
All right, so we'll go Josh, Brent, then I'll do mine last.
Okay.
When was this? This was released, what, November of '82? Did we ever come to a consensus on that?
October. I thought it was October.
I didn't. I was actually thinking. I was thinking November or December. But anyways, we'll just say late '82. Released
Go back
on
and watch the podcast.
Boardwalk Records. Yeah, I had all the notes in there. Released in late '82, Boardwalk Records. 3 singles released. Don't Tell Me You Love Me, Sing Me Away, Young Girl in Love. I think you guys.
I would like to be in those meetings when they're picking the singles. By the way, I don't think "Young Girl in Love" should have been a single.
Well, again, we're looking at it 30 years, 38 years. Yeah. You know what I mean? I mean, at the time, it may have been the most commercial sounding. You did have, that, all that.
You had the Tubes,
and like Human League and all that garbage, so it was, a little bit
very
more
keyboardy.
Yep. So it maybe made sense. I mean, it's not a bad track.
It's not. I just, and I'm probably looking at it from a super fan.
Number one.
All right, there we go. Let's
number 10, Josh.
Me? Number 10? Number 10. 8, 9, and 10 for me. This was the hardest one. I had to listen to these 3 songs, and though I like all of them, and you know what really saves these 3 songs are the guitar work and the guitar solos. I had to there's a part in each song that just pissed me off. And I was like, which one pisses me off least, really, is how I ranked it. So at number 10, At Night She Sleeps.
Wow.
And all it is because that little, dun, 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 that right there, it's like, all right, motherfucker, that just pissed me off.
Oh,
so,
really? I like that part.
That figures. But there's a lot of great parts to that song, and maybe I sometimes I think I like the "Are you sleeping? Are you?" I like that part. There's other parts I don't like that part. So again, it's how great this album is. There's the guitar solo where they come out of that and just start ripping. I mean, that almost saves the song. But
yeah,
I gotta have a number 10. So there you go.
That's surprising. I didn't see that at number 10. I think Brent and I are going to be in sync. There's obvious number 10 for me and Brent, I think. So,
yeah.
But that's cool. Again, this is a hard album because I really do like all these songs with the exception of one.
Well, it's number 10 because of.
Yeah,
that's the one that pissed me off the most.
Just lost Fitz.
So you're blaming Fitz.
Well, Fitz is the reason why all the other songs are number 1, number 2, and number 3. So,
okay. Brent Walter, what do you got at number 10?
I want to preface this by saying I don't think there's a bad track on the album. I like the album from beginning to end, but like I said, I spent 3 minutes on this because I go by what I like to listen to. So anyway, I think Josh needs to make a change in number 10. But speaking of change, Penny.
Yeah.
Penny was always, and I think I brought it up in the previous podcast, there was a girl named Penny in the 8th grade that liked me. I did not like her. I think I was just her beard at the time. She wanted me to be her beard because now I think she's a lesbian. So I think the song's better now that she's a lesbian.
Hey, nothing against lesbians. I like some of the same things they like.
I'm a lesbian. So,
wow.
So in any event, Penny, I could do that too. It's a good song. I listened to it today, very open-minded, and I don't dislike it. It's number 10.
Right.
It's number 10 on the album.
Yeah.
There's some stuff that's just stronger, but I used to complain, oh my God, Andy, they played Penny in the set list tonight. He'd laugh, blah 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 blah. But you know what? I'm sitting there listening to it today. I'm thinking, it's a good song.
I will concur. I will add so my number 10, just to carry the conversation on, also is Penny. It's not that there's a throwaway on this CD or this album. I mean, this is a great disc. It really is. It's just, if there's a track that I skip when I'm listening to it, it's Penny. It's just it's okay. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just all right. So, and like I said, there's parts I like you guys. I had it in my ears today all day, and I was listening to it, and I was like, it has its moments where it really rocks out. It's just not for me. As far as it's at 10 because something has to be at number 10, and that's going to be it. So, Josh, do you have a number 9 on your list?
Well, I ranked it one higher than you guys. Number 9 is Penny. To me, Penny is a better live song than the studio song.
I'll give you that.
It doesn't have in it, so therefore it's number 9. It's got a good heavy riff through it. I think the chorus, is maybe a little bit of a downfall. I think the biggest downfall is just the name Penny. You could have, when I think of Penny, it's equivalent to Ethel. I didn't know any Pennies. I didn't know any Ethels. It's like, so I just think, all right.
We both knew a Penny. Andy married an Ethel.
So, yeah. So it maybe you guys are fucking weird, but
it's true.
I know. I was like, who the fuck marries an Ethel? Was it like a reverse Anna Nicole Smith thing? Like, was she 90?
She was very cute.
She was super cute, super sweet, and she was named after her grandmother. So
yeah, because
the name did not fit her.
Who
said, does her mom smoke a lot of dope or something?
Yeah, the name did not fit her at all.
You think?
But she's a super sweet girl.
But yes, I think the song is better live. Like, I think it would go over better live actually than like maybe my 8 and 7 songs. But we're just ranking what's studio wise. So yeah, just the fact that I'm not, the chorus I think isn't the best. It's a little bit weaker. But then again, you're just the name Penny.
Sure.
It'd be the same as, like I said, singing about Ethel or, oh Betty, I got your number. It's just like, all right, I don't really.
It just seems odd.
Yeah, and like I always thought, like, what's the line? You make the sidewalks. Is it
right, in the dead of the night?
I always thought I heard that lyric wrong. Because that doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah.
And then I read the lyrics. I'm like,
she brightens up everything. That's
I thought, I thought maybe she was in a Michael Jackson video or something with the sidewalks lighting up. But, what I mean? It's like, I always sung that, like, she makes a sidewalk. I'm like, I can't be the real lyric. But it was. So, it's just, lyrically, I think maybe it's just not my cup of tea. And that album is, like, kind of a little bit, like, darker, and that song is not as dark as the others. So
yeah, it doesn't fit necessarily when you're going down the theme of the album, so to speak.
And that goes with my number 9.
Brent, number 9.
My number 9 is also about a young girl in love.
Young girl
in love. That's my.
Oh, Brent froze up.
It's. Oh.
There you go. You're moving.
Okay, I'm back.
Look, we're in Delaware.
Yeah, Delaware. I forgot. Man, you made me go into Garth now. Thanks a lot. No, I enjoy Young Girl in Love.
You do.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I enjoy the song. It doesn't fit with, Call My Name and Night Ranger and Play Rough and what have you. But it's good. It's good. It's good fun pop.
Yeah, I mean, sadly, I think either Brent and I are just too much alike, or he cheated off my list because number 9 for me is also Young Girl in Love. yeah, again, it has to go somewhere. I've got nothing to add to the song or take away from the song. It's a good song. You have to rank these, and I I listen to this whole album all the time, front to back. I don't really skip anything, like I said, with the exception of Penny. So I do love this song. I just had to put it somewhere, and it doesn't rank as high as some of the others, obviously. So my number 9 is also "Young Girl in Love." Josh,
Andy,
yeah,
Andy, let's go for the whole ride here, you and I.
I think that we will come close.
I think we will too.
My number
Except
2,
for
my number
our number ones are going to be different, I'm sure.
well, mine are changing as we speak. So,
No.
I'm
Josh, give us your number 8.
give us your coat.
Number 8 is "Young Girl in Love," and the only reason why it is 8 and not 10, well, I can tell you why it's not 10 because it doesn't have, but is the guitar solo is to me the best out of those 3. And that's really what saves all 3 of those songs is the guitar work. The guitar work on those 3 songs are what makes them really still listenable. You all right there, Turbo?
Oh, my back. Sorry.
God damn.
Are you cramping up again?
No. I've been sitting back, and I got to sit upright for a minute. It feels like it's getting stiff.
Anyways, so
Your back is.
the
Your back's getting stiff.
the guitar work is whatever. Yeah, 8, "Young Girl in Love."
My 8, has a shout out to Josh in it. It talks about a loser from Birmingham. Oh, you're not from Birmingham, are you? No. He
But
wants
loser
to be
from Lancaster didn't rhyme.
Yeah, Anyway, no. At Night She Sleeps is number 8. I like the song, but I at the same time you're like, man, she's screwing everybody but you, or when she is screwing you, she's thinking about somebody else, and you just let this girl go. Let her go. She is not the color of your smile. She's not worth it.
And there might have been a bet, like, I bet you can't write a song that includes Birmingham. And he's like, give me an hour.
Hold my beer.
When I was listening to it today, and that part came out, I'm like, I wonder why they chose Birmingham.
Yeah.
It probably had no science to it whatsoever. It just
It
the
fit-
consonants.
If it fit the melody, or maybe there was some guy she was thinking of from Birmingham. Who knows?
Maybe it was originally Binghamton, but somebody kept saying Binghampton. And they said, just say Birmingham. Jack came in and changed it. Say Birmingham.
Yeah.
We're going to change Mad Emotion. We're going to change Christy and the Christian, Binghamton into Birmingham. We solved it.
All right. Well, my number 8 is "Can't Find Me a Thrill."
Wow, you really just went off.
I did, Brent. You went well. You were ahead of me.
You know what? Our bottom 3s would have all been the same, except for you, Andrew. And and "Can't Find Me a Thrill." Really?
I know. I'm so disappointed.
I mean, that's who you put as your number 8.
That's my number
All
8.
right.
Now,
Well,
again, it's tough. I actually toiled over this.
that's not that tough. I mean, there's, what's tough is ranking, Penny, "Young Girl in Love," and "At Night She Sleeps," which one's 8 through 10.
It is, again, because I it's not that I dislike them. I have to put them in an order, and that's the order I put them in. So it's not.
I told you you'd be wrong.
Yeah.
You destroy the continuity.
Yep.
You're making me speak with this cold, and I'm doing my Barry White as best as I can. Ooh, take off that brassiere, my dear.
So, Josh, do you have a 7?
And he got all wet.
My 7 is "Sing Me Away."
What?
See, this is where Josh's list has no credibility. So when he rags on me for "Can't Find Me a Thrill," and then he does that, it's like, nah.
Well, to me,
I quit.
"Sing Me Away," "Young Girl in Love," "Penny," those are a little bit more poppier song. Now, "Sing Me Away," to me, 1 through 7 is light years away from 8 through 10. So But with "Sing Me Away," I just think the other songs are a little bit grittier.
They are.
Which I like. I think the part that really saves for me "Sing Me Away" is the overlapping guitar solo, and I think that's a big reason why they probably still do it today, is because that's such a known part of their show, and plus it's a track Kelly can sing. But to me, when you get to, I think of Dawn Patrol, I always like the grittier, heavier part of Night Ranger, and it really just excludes those 4 songs, the 3 that I just mentioned, and this one, and that's why. But this one is 100 times better to me than Young Girl in Love, Penny, and At Night She Sleeps. This is more closer to the top 6, but that's my number 7.
Wrong.
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to catch.
When Josh was talking, it sounded like Charlie Brown's teacher talking to me the whole time.
All right, can't find me a trio.
Okay. I'm going to catch
Brent?
a lot of shit
Do it.
from both of you probably on this one.
Then don't do it.
I have to.
All right.
It's about a tenderloin life.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, Eddie's coming out tonight. Number 7. I love it.
You picked these songs like Scrabble tiles, didn't you?
No, like you said, Andy, you've got to rank them in a number. And
7?
now listen, part of it is probably because every time we see them, they still play it. So, but then again, there's other songs they still play on this list that are ranked higher. But I like it. It's just number 7.
You should spend more than 3 minutes putting your list together. I mean,
No,
look,
it is where it is.
We could haggle over my number 8. I get it. But Eddie at number 7?
Hey, that's where Eddie went.
You understand this is about Night Ranger, right?
Yeah, I looked over
you're my
and I said,
dearest friend, and I don't know you anymore.
I looked over and went, Eddie, are you coming out tonight? I didn't get a response, so I'm like, well, fuck him. He's number 7.
Oh, wow.
What's your number 7, Andrew?
Jesus.
Oh, that's not on the album.
My number 7 is At Night She Sleeps.
Okay.
Because that's roughly where it should be.
Yeah, we've already taken the piss out of that one. So.
Well, yeah, and I don't have anything to add to it, but I mean, you took an Eddie and put him in the basement somewhere.
No, Eddie's, wow. He's number 7. He's like track 2 on side 2,
I just, I'm a little, that stuns me more than Josh's Sing Me Away.
Really?
Personally, yeah. And I get it. We have our reasons for it, but that one stocked. I thought that would have been way higher.
No, I like it. We're still talking about mine. Yours.
2 things. Andy, you really don't have room to talk because you ranked At Night She Sleeps over Can't Find Me a Thrill. And
yeah, but I like Fitz.
Well, I like Fitz too.
I like all his parts.
And Brent, yeah, I don't see how you rank Eddie or how you rank Sing Me Away over Eddie. You just don't do that.
Because it is my favorite Kelly song. That's why.
Wow,
it's my favorite Kelly song.
We got to make notes for future podcasts. When we rank Kelly songs, we have to have some conversations. And I'm reeling here.
If it's not my favorite Kelly song, it's one of my favorite Kelly songs.
All right, just Josh, what's number 6? I gotta.
Well, Eddie,
I need a palate cleanser.
Kelly Kagi co-wrote Eddie Comes Out Tonight, so it is a Kelly song. But anyways.
Vocally.
There you go. All right, so my number 6 would be Play Rough. And it's actually a unique song because they kind of do it later on, but it is the first song that I can think of where they start out with the acoustic guitar kind of, with that little acoustic riff.
Great, yeah.
So, I mean, that right there puts it above Sing Me Away. Just that right there. That's all you need. That ranks it above Sing Me Away. So that is my number 6 is Play Rough. If you had talked to me 20 years ago when I was younger, Play Rough would have been higher on my list. Just as I've gotten older, other songs move around, and that's just where it is now. With me, it's I don't have it ranked as high as I would have if we've done this in 2002, maybe. But
yeah,
number 6 is Play Rough.
Wow. Oh, this is where it's getting tough because some of these songs, I mean, they're going to have a little bit of. We're going to
and Jack Blades
scratch our heads
a
little.
I think originally his publishing company, where he cataloged his songs through, was Rough Play Music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I believe that is. Brent.
Yeah, and my number 6, just like Josh, if you'd gotten me 20, 30 years ago, this would have been much higher. But Can't Find Me a Thrill is my number 6.
Hold on, let me write that down.
Oh, I'm not writing any of your guys' down.
I'm just for my own comparisons. It's not homework or anything. Can't Find Me a Thrill, huh?
Can't Find Me a Thrill.
Okay. Go ahead. I'll talk about it when I choose it number 1.
Is that a spoiler?
So what'd you say? What's your number 6, Andy? Are you going to talk about it, Brent? Or?
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Are we done? Is there anything else he wants to add to it?
I don't know if you guys just.
It just like I said, it was for me. It was. I'm sorry, I'm just messaging my daughter back.
Ask her what her number 6 is.
She's probably messaging like number 6.
No, she's on her way home, and I just let her know the door's unlocked. I don't have to get up and unlock it tonight.
All right.
Yeah, it Can't Find Me a Thrill is a great song. I enjoy the hell out of it whenever I hear it live or see it live on the DVD from that tour. It just is getting to the point to where it's getting really, I mean, starting with Eddie, it started getting tighter and tighter and tighter. But but it's a song I probably skip Eddie more than I do Can't Find Me a Thrill, so that's why Can't Find Me a Thrill is one higher than Eddie.
Hold on, you skip Eddie.
I've heard it 100 million times.
We're gonna have to have a talk after this.
I'm always a deep track kind of guy. I've always been the deep track guy. That's why you don't know. That's why you don't know Hotter Than Hell.
Yeah, we're talking about Night Ranger though.
Yes, I know, but you deep tracks.
All right, my number 6 is Call My Name.
Fuck you.
So
you just
unlike. Well, again, now we're getting down to these final 6 are brutal for me, and every song has to have a place. And I look at just when I think of the band, what songs do I think of right off the bat, and that's just where I'm at with this. Call My Name is fantastic. I love this song, but I also love the other 5 in front of it, so I had to put it somewhere in at number 6.
If this album was actually an EP and your 6 through 10 were the only songs on the album, then that might be acceptable. But
I love the math, the way you got to that. I like that.
But other than that, man, it's like I don't even know why the fuck you're on this podcast. It's like, do you even listen to this album, or did you just Google it?
I did.
All right.
Hey, listen, Sing Me Away at the end of the thing. I mean, that's a staple for that.
All right, Call My Name is better than Sing Me Away. Just anybody knows that, but whatever. Apparently not everybody knows it. All right, so my number 5.
It's not in a set list all the time.
Well,
no, it's not.
Yeah, but there are certain songs are.
So
and of course,
the guys who wrote the song and tour with the songs and the albums.
I will argue. I will argue that
in
in almost every band that we like, the people that who have written and perform these songs, know the absolute least about them and how good certain songs are over another. And that doesn't.
And getting back to our earlier conversation, "Sing Me Away" was actually released as a single.
Oh, that don't mean shit though. They got it wrong. That's what happened.
Okay. I was just making sure.
Yeah, it was released as a single by a record label that went out of business.
They got
all
it
right.
wrong. Okay.
They went out of. Yes, they did. If they would have done what I probably told them at 5 years old, we would still be talking about Night Ranger on Boardwalk. So my number 5 is Eddie Comes Out Tonight, and really what puts it at 5 is I just can't. I get into it, right? It's like that fucking awesome guitar riff at the beginning, right? And then it, kind of gets into its little mood, and then they come in with the vocals of he wears his trousers real tight, and I just sometimes, a lot of times, all the time, just can't get into a song that says trousers. And that's, you kind of lose me for a little bit. Then it gets me back into it as it goes, and that the guitar solo at the end. But that's how I had to push it down to 5 over other ones, is just the other 4 songs ahead of it don't use the word trousers. So
that math doesn't even work.
They were reaching out to the British fans. That's what they were doing. The European fans, they say trousers over there.
Yeah, just like what? Like,
I mean, that as your argument, that should have been the last song.
Oh,
should have been
come on,
10.
come on. If we were just
trousers,
if we're out, hey, get your trousers on. You'd be like, who the fuck says trousers? I think you would have. I think you would have probably said the same thing in 1982. I might as well, if we're just going to say trousers, I might as well just throw out pantalones. Hey, put your pantalones on.
It doesn't fit the rhyming scheme.
Yeah, neither just trousers.
Well, he knew that he was going to use the holes in my knees of my Levi jeans in another song sometime, and just couldn't fit it into this one. So he went, Levi's, I'm going to use it in another trousers.
So I love the song. The song is 99.9% great. That's the reason why they do it live, is the dueling guitars at the end.
It's a rock song.
Yeah, so it's like, and the song Night Ranger is almost similar to it, except it doesn't have the word trousers. So just like At Night She Sleeps has ding, it's just, all right, that's what I got to pick, so yeah, whatever. One word can change a song. White Snake, Here I Go Again on My Own. Mm-hmm. Like a Drifter, I Was Born. If you listen,
Here I Go Again,
or whatever fucking song it is, but if you listen to the original version off the 82, 83 album, like a hobo, I was born to walk alone, and it's like it changes the entire song, and all I'm thinking is, who is in the recording studio going, all right, man, yeah, keep that lyric, that's a keeper, press it. It's like, hobo? Really? There's certain songs that should never be in a song. Hobo, all right, is one of them. Trousers is another. Color of Your Smile is a phrase. Yeah, so there you go. My number 5, Eddie.
Let me just mark off Jack Blades ever being a guest on the show. I don't disagree. I mean, I always scratch my head a lot when I hear songs. I'd love to be in the studio when someone says, it works.
I'm basically,
I wouldn't rank that song low because of the word trousers.
I'm not. I'm actually like, this could have been number 1. How do I distinguish, right? And I'm like, okay, I got these 5 songs I think can all be number 1. All right, well, what?
He's nitpicking.
Yeah, so I gotta.
That's what we're doing.
And I gotta all right.
It's just funny. It's just funny to me.
Well, I don't like the word trousers in a song. That's basically all right. Well, the other 4 songs don't have trousers. So it goes above. So it sounds argue
about the other 4 now.
It's like, that's basically how good all these songs are. It's like, how do I get to?
And if you didn't know what a tenderloin life meant beforehand, that would have really thrown you off.
Yeah, I thought he said tender long life.
Yeah,
until 2 years ago. So,
but if you didn't know what tenderloin life meant at that point, you'd be like, "What the hell is?"
What I thought he was eating a lot of tenderloin sandwiches, which I thought was cool. So that was a ding positive.
Yeah.
I thought he was an impractical joker.
That's funny, Josh. I like that.
All right,
Brent
what else?
Is there a 5 on your list? Who's the Johnny Bench of your set
Where
list?
you gonna run to now? Night Ranger. It's my number 5.
Yeah, I can't disagree. It's a great song.
I
make
wanted
this easy. It's my number 5 too, so we'll just carry on the conversation.
I wanted to make it higher. I really did, but when you start seeing what's left over, working backwards, and that's what I did. When I did my list, I did my number 10 and my number 1, and I just fit everything in between it.
Yeah,
that's how I did it. And Night Ranger's a great tune. Andy, you know it's a great tune.
Yeah, again, it's my number 5. I couldn't put it higher because, again, like Josh was just talking to me, my top 4 are that good to me, and Night Ranger falls after, unfortunately. I mean, it's a great rockin' song. It's got the fade out, fade back in part. It's just, I love this song. When Brent got me to listen to this album for the first time and started getting me into Night Ranger, it was one of them songs that really initially took me. Really, it just
especially at the end when they come in after that.
Yeah, and it's like Josh says, as far as gritty, that's a gritty tune, man. It just chunks along.
Yeah, and again, it goes.
It's everything I ever wanted. And when I think of Night Ranger, that's part of the fabric of what I think. And besides the title, I get it, but I mean that sound, that creepiness. Yeah. So number 5 for me too.
Yeah. Josh's number 4.
My number 4 is "Can't Find Me a Thrill." Great guitar work. It is probably lyrically the I hate using the word a lot, but grittiest Night Ranger song. I mean, it's the only just outright drug reference. They're talking about cocaine.
Yeah.
You don't hear that in Night Ranger songs. So, lyrically, I think it's still cool. They don't use the word trousers. More cocaine, less trousers. Okay.
I think more cocaine leads to less trousers.
Well,
I think the word cocaine leads you to saying the word trousers.
That's not from personal experience.
Because you're so stimulated, you're like trousers.
Anyways,
Look
but
at my trousers.
Yeah, I mean, I think
look at my love pump in my trousers.
I think I don't know. It's definitely, to me, it's always sounds. I don't know what word to describe. Like a little bit thin, like where you hear Eddie and Night Ranger, "Don't Tell Me You Love Me." There just seems to be a lot going on with those songs, right? They sound very full and very, very thick. So where I always thought "Can't Find Me a Thrill" sounded a little thin. I guess what I'm saying is how great it is. I always thought it could be even better. But to me, lyrically, it's great. It's a hard rocking song. I think it still stands up. It could easily be number 1. It easily could have been number 6 for me. It's just, I got 3 songs ranked higher, and it doesn't say the word trousers, so it's not number 5. And but like I said, it just, gritty wise and hard rock wise, I think it's still one of the better tracks off the album.
Yeah. Brent Walter. I'm going to make a boy sweat on a Tuesday night. Go and play rough. It's Tuesday night while we're recording this. That's why I changed the lyrics. Yeah, it was either going to be my number 4 or my number 2.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it went, but I'll explain when we get there because it's I kind of locked myself in from a previous podcast. Well, about 2 songs. So, "Play Rough" was originally going to be number 2, but it's number 4.
It's a great song, man. I can't disagree with you on that.
Yeah, you could play it loose or you could play it tight.
Yeah.
Make a boy sweat on a Saturday night. Oh, yeah. I used to think he said heard the cop.
And, we were talking about, like, thinner songs, like, where I was. Like, "Play Rough" is like there, too. Like, those two they don't seem to have as much power as, like, "Eddie's Coming Out Tonight" or Night Ranger or "Don't Tell Me You Love Me." It is heavy. To me, I think it could be heavier. To me, the stuff on "Eddie Comes Out Tonight" and "Night Ranger," the guitar work, to me sounds even thicker and heavier. To me, those 2 songs just always sound just a little bit, I don't know, just not as much as those two. And I can't really describe it. It's probably just me, but like I said, the cool thing about Play Rough, I always just love that acoustic beginning, breaking in, Yep. So.
All right, number 4 for me, Kelly Kagi himself, "Sing Me Away." 1, 2. It for me, this was always a even though I argued before it was a single, it was never huge. We all know that. This always felt like an album cut to me, and I loved this song. It made me. I loved Kelly in this song. I just love this whole everything about this song. It's not my number 1 clearly, but it's to me it's a staple. It's one I want to hear every show. I never get tired of hearing it live. I love that you hear I just the build and just the guitar solo, like Josh said, is it's fantastic.
Yeah.
And it just signature Night Ranger to me. So it only made it number 4 on my list though, but it's to me it's that good. It's that deserves to be that high. It's that well respected.
Well, there's a reason why it's still in the set list too, and we don't I may not like it, but you don't hear me argue against it because it still works live. Unlike Secret of My Success, which I'm not a big fan of either, but you hear me argue about it more because I don't think it fits as well live. There's other stuff, better. So, Sing Me Away, like I said, it's not my favorite, but it fits, fits the Night Ranger mold pretty well, especially as a second song. I mean, you almost always expect it to be the second song too.
Yeah.
It's just how it always, I guess it's just how it works.
Yeah, it's always in the front of the show. And anyway, I look forward to it. I love it. I'm one of those fans that I never get tired of the same old set list. There's a few things I would change. We've talked about it before, but
I think we did an episode on that before.
When I can predict the next song, I still don't even care. Anyway. We're at number 3, Josh.
My number 3 is the track Night Ranger.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, if you get yourself a really nice pair of speakers and you hear the crickets at the beginning, and then it's just a song that just builds and builds, the dun 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 night rain, you build.
It's very punchy.
And then, it kind of, you think it's over, Ranger. And then, then it starts back up, and then all of a sudden it's kind of like the end of Eddie's Coming Out Tonight. I always considered those two songs almost sister songs or whatever. And they, they kind of are, right, because they like both
a continuation.
You notice they put it at the end of track, at the end of side A and the end of side B. To me, they were always almost the same type formula song, and it's just, number one, it doesn't have the word trousers in it, so it's going to be the higher rank. But I just think maybe not live. I mean, that's probably why they play Eddie more than Night Ranger. Because live you want it to constantly have a good pace, and Night Ranger kind of prods a little bit, but like studio wise as an album and just a track that you're playing at home, you can enjoy that build up a little bit. And so, and yeah, it's still a song that sounds good today. So my track 3 is Night Ranger.
Yeah, can't disagree with that. I mean, we've all talked how great it is. So Brent, what is number 3 on your list? Let's see where this goes.
Sometimes I was sitting and dreaming for hours, but my hours didn't turn into days like yours did. Mine turned into 3 minutes and making the set list. Yeah, I went with Sing Me Away.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was right there with you. I mean, I had it at 4, so.
When we spoke about set list, I had said it's a song I never tire of. It's one of my all-time, if not my all-time favorite Kelly song. And I couldn't. I could have placed it even higher, but I didn't. And Andy, everything you said took the piss right out of me. And I'm not complaining.
I didn't mean to do that.
No. I mean, that's just the way it goes. But I can't sum it up any better than you did.
Well, and I'll
with the
say
guitar work,
yeah.
everything about the song. It's a perfect Night Ranger song.
And Brent, you remember back to the MTV video days where you rarely saw that video, and I think you had it or got it.
I never had it. I told you about it.
Yeah.
I saw it when I was eating my cereal, getting ready to get on the bus. And I'd only seen it one other time. That was like at 3 a.m. on a Saturday, into Sunday morning. And that was it. I didn't see it again until USA Cable Network had Night Flight.
Yeah.
And still, notice on Night Flight kind of copied their logo a little bit well.
Yeah.
But the video was just never played. I remember when YouTube came out, and I saw it on YouTube, and I about shit my pants because I'm like, God, I haven't seen this since 1983.
Yeah.
So that's how rare it is.
And
or was.
And people don't get it today. Like,
no,
I never saw it. And, so I'm 6, 7 when, Midnight Madness comes out. So I got to see, Sister Christian and those videos. But I remember my aunt telling me there's a video for Don't Tell Me You Love Me. And I'm like, tell me about it, And I remember she said something about like a train, right? And I never got to see that until I traded bootlegs and videos. I probably never got to see it till 96, 97.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was the first time. And I saw videos on there that I never knew they had videos for. I never knew they had a video for Sing Me Away. I never knew they had a video for Color Your Smile. And I never knew that they had a video for I Did It for Love. Back then, I think I probably assumed they had one for Restless Kind just because it was on their greatest hits. But, kids don't know how well they got it today.
Grandpa Parker are going to tell you a story. You don't know the joy of and how fast you can move when you're up a flight of steps and you hear the fade in of da-na-na-na-na-na-na, and you just go down, like you skip all the steps because you want to catch the opening of Don't Tell Me You Love Me.
Yeah, Andy saw that. Andy saw perfection one night on that.
I mean, you just literally, we would argue with our parents to leave MTV on because you just didn't know what was coming next. And then you might hear the one-off, God forbid, a Night Ranger song or Kiss's I Love It Loud, and you're just like, you just stared because you didn't have the accessibility to just see your rock stars like moving like that. You had pictures on your wall, and that was it.
Yeah.
And when you saw it, you didn't know when the next time you were going to see it again, or if ever.
Yeah, you're like shh 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 shh.
Yeah. Thank you, Rick. He's doing the young ones. For all you young ones fans out there.
Any hoodles. So number 3 for me is you can carry on like an ice machine. Play rough.
I see you went up one more than I did, huh?
Play rough. I mean, what other song talks about an ice machine? You talk about trousers. I love this song. I love the way this thing just rocks. To me, it's and I'm sure there's some nostalgia in it for me and Brent.
I guess I never
carry
on like an ice machine.
Like an ice machine.
Or you can give it up to me. Come on now.
Come on now, son.
An ice machine.
Is that the best?
Ice machines are probably, one of the moldiest things you can...
Yeah. That's the thing. You can
this is a classy chick.
Or you can give it up to me.
This is
Come
a
on.
classy chick.
Don't be a freezer, man.
It's just like when you're writing that lyric, like, all right, you can carry on.
They didn't have a thesaurus in front of them. They were just like...
What carries on? What
at
carries on no matter what,
I'm the
man?
one that carry on.
I love this song.
Hey, Brad, what carries on no matter what?
Ice machine, shut
An
up.
ice machine.
What'd he say? Sister Christy? Got it.
Years later, in their lawyer's office, I should have got a songwriting credit.
So anyway, that's my number 3. Play rough. I love this song. Just love it. So there it is. It's just not. I don't love it enough to be number 1 or 2.
See, it's funny. You're number 3, and I told you it could be either number 2 or number 4 on my list.
Right. That's where I was at. So when you were talking, I was like, hang on. It's coming.
It's there.
So, Josh, number 2.
My number 2 is Don't Tell Me You Love Me.
Yeah.
It's still... I thought I would rank it lower,
Really?
Well, it's kind of like Brent's Eddie's Coming Out Tonight. You hear it all the time. It is not only do you hear it when you go see him live, but it is probably, if you're going to hear a rock Night Ranger song on the radio, you're going to hear that one.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, when you crank it up, it
holds up.
You know, I mean, it doesn't have the name Penny.
We're just gonna go with. I'm sharing with you because that's my number 2 as well.
It doesn't. It's better than Young Girl in Love. It's better than Sing Me Away. It's better than Play Rough. It doesn't have the word trousers, so it's better than Eddie.
You're checking all your lists.
Yeah, it's just like Can't Find Me. I get a little bit, Can't Find Me a Thrill. I'm like, really Night Rangers. Whereas like, okay, and it's just like I had to play those two back and forth, and really just I like the crickets and stuff at the beginning, but the very it's like all right, that tops it right there. Yeah.
Well, for me, it goes back to should have been a single, and I told you I couldn't argue that the singles that they chose between "Don't Tell Me You Love Me" and "Sing Me Away" weren't the right choices. They were the total right choices, and "Don't Tell Me You Love Me" is what started it for the guys. It's what captivated me when I first heard it. I'm like, oh my God, this is incredible, and it, like I said, it holds up. It just and you never get tired of the way you shoot to you don't get tired of that stuff. It's just classic.
It is. I can't disagree with you guys. However, my number 2 is Eddie's Coming Out Tonight.
Yeah.
It's just fucking awesome. That's all I need to say. I love this song.
Pardon me,
I
sorry.
love it when they play it live. It's like, and again, I go back to Josh's word of the night. It's gritty. It's a great song. I flip-flop back and forth with that being my number 1 and my number 2, and it ended up being my number 2 for now. But if we do this tomorrow, it might be my number 1. I love Eddie, and I love Eddie Van Halen.
Someone's breaking into his house. He don't have the alarm on.
My daughter. Okay, Madison, wash your hands. I sprayed the door because mosquitoes were all over the door with bug spray, and if someone got on the handle, I'm just telling her. So she's part of the show right now.
Edit this.
Madison says hello to everybody. We're doing our top.
You
10 Night Ranger
you
songs
could have
from Dawn
taken
Patrol.
anything he said right there, and put it in Eddie's Coming Out Tonight over the word trousers, and it would have been better.
I sprayed the door real tight with poison so white.
So
skin is turning red.
Yeah. The mosquitoes
She's got
were
an
just
ice
dying.
machine at the back of the wall.
So Brent, yours was the same as me, right?
Yes.
Well, we're going to end up with the same 1 and 2.
Yeah, you guys should be the same. I think if I'm doing my math right.
No, but anyway, I was going to explain. The mosquitoes the other night when she walked in, I had about 10 mosquitoes in the house, so I went out before we did the show and sprayed the door.
Yeah,
it's from hell, Louise, for you people in the podcast world.
During the show,
you get more than Night Ranger with me here.
You're carrying on like an ice machine at this point.
I was hoping you'd clear that up because I was.
Hold on, let me get that.
Next episode is cooking tips and how to have your daughter make noise in the background.
All right, my number 1 is a song that
Josh,
I think still, to me, is one of the most modern sounding songs. I mean, it hasn't aged. It could be released today, I think, and it sounds just as good as it did in 1982 as it would today. One story about the song, when I was in college, I worked at a bar, and so me and my buddies would hang out there, and I had certain Night Ranger songs uploaded to the jukebox. And we're sitting there drinking, and one buddy definitely did not like any 80s rock. Totally, he was Nirvana, Pearl Jam, stuff like that, right? Would make fun of Night Ranger and all that malarkey. Well, one night we're sitting there drinking, bar's empty, so not a lot's going on. I'd played some songs, and Call My Name came on and was playing. And I can't remember how we got talking about the song, but I mentioned that it was Night Ranger, and he was totally stunned. Like, he's like, "This is Night Ranger?" He just pictured it being Sister Christian and Hair Rock or whatever, but he was actually, just seeing his face, he's like, this went totally against everything he thought. So it's definitely one of the, I think, best songs that they've written. Fitz plays a great part, and it builds up and everything you need. So just my number one, Call My Name. Brent, what's yours?
Brent?
Well, I have to go back to when I was like working at a bar and I had this jukebox.
This guy I used to work with, he had a
This guy, he was into like Mel Tillis and stuff like that. No, Call My Name. Andy knew my number one before we even did the show because I've said for years, like when he'd go somewhere and I couldn't go see him, and I'm like, tell me they play Call My Name. Call My Name. Play Call My Name. That's all I say all the time. And it just has always been that song for me since I was a kid. Just it goes from one thing to being something completely else, back into it, and it's
and it didn't have all that 80s fluff that sometimes get put.
It just was a song,
like At Night She Sleeps, that doo-doo-doo, I make fun. It didn't have anything like that didn't age well. It didn't have.
I don't understand the sirens. I never understood the sirens, but
I think it just represents
I don't dislike
the street or something.
Um,
the nights, the sounds.
Yeah, it's just from beginning to end. It's pure magic for me. Listen to Jack sing that song, and and the lyrics. The summer kisses never last through September. How true is that? I mean, thinking back when you were a kid.
And it does have all the Night Ranger stuff. He just starts out kind of slow, and builds up. So
But it's a perfect Night Ranger song as well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Off what I consider to be, even though we ranked a number 10 and a number 1, I still consider this a perfect album.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
we get the perfect. Well, we already did that. I ranked Midnight Madness higher than this one. I mean, I ranked as an album it lower just for the fact I've heard this album so many times, but
but it is a perfect album.
Midnight
I would
Madness.
say it's a perfect album.
I think it comes close. I think which we almost agree on, Young Girl in Love, Penny, and At Night She Sleeps. Those 3 songs kind of make it just missing the mark a little bit, like a 9 out of 10. I mean, we all are in about the same boat. We all, Young Girl in Love and Penny are all towards the end, and At Night She Sleeps, you fucked it up a little bit by ranking it 7.
Yeah.
But so
I can be swayed.
I mean, we are all in the same opinion that those 3 songs definitely are amongst the weakest. So I think when we do Midnight Madness, I don't think you'll see that as much, because I think those songs are all so strong that you could easily, whatever track number 8 is, definitely could be number 1. I just don't think. I think here you start about track 7. Track 7 could possibly be number 1. So Andrew.
Well, for me, number 1 is. I mean, you guys can probably tell by now. It's "Don't Tell Me You Love Me."
I won't.
This just
hell,
for
I love
me.
you, Andy.
Thanks, buddy. For me, again, just from my point of view, this is what started it for me, and it's more. I love the song. The song has everything in it. You got all the elements. Like I said, the only thing it doesn't have is to make it a perfect Night Ranger song is the because I have an opinion of what the perfect Night Ranger song is, and it's not on this album. But it's got a great keyboard part. It's got a great guitar, 2 great guitar solos, great riff. It rocks. It chunks along. It's just everything, and it introduced the world and to me a band that would change my life, and that's because of this one song. So it holds a special place for me. So it's number 1, and
and
you know,
and what else? What else is it because of?
what?
Excuse me. I'm sorry. It's that cold acted up. What else?
Do you need some accolades, Brent?
Who? Me?
It didn't introduce me to you, though. What I'm saying is this song got me into Night Ranger.
I know.
This song.
I'm just taking credit.
Yeah. Okay,
and
pat yourself on the back there.
I introduced Andy to Night Ranger. That's what I'm.
And it's got staying power. I mean, it's eclipsed. You Can Still Rock in America. You won't hear that one on rock radio hardly anymore. Where at one time maybe they were even. So it's really Don't Tell Me You Love Me and Sister Christian are the, those 2 songs
quintessential.
are the songs that have staying power. Even though Sentimental Street was maybe their biggest charting hit, did it have staying power? When was the last time you've ever heard it? On radio, I guess. Or it doesn't have the staying power that Sister Christian and Don't Tell Me You Love Me have had. So, yeah,
I actually heard When You Close Your Eyes about 2 weeks ago.
You know what? I will hear that a lot
every now and then
on like they're actually called oldie stations.
Yeah.
I actually hear that one. I've maybe heard that one more than I've heard Don't Tell Me You Love Me, just because there's not a lot of hard rock radio out there. And if it is, it's usually either classic rock, which Night Ranger, that song may be played on there, but a lot of times it's the same 10 songs, a Joe Walsh song, a Tom Petty song,
Led Zeppelin song.
That shit. Or
Skinner.
it's stuff that plays like Metallica and Crew and stuff like that, where Night Ranger doesn't fit into that. So it seems like When You Close Your Eyes has actually gotten.
Man, James Hetfield's a huge Night Ranger fan.
Well, he probably is. Both California guys, and
I said I just still get excited when I hear that opening riff in concert. It still excites me, and that hasn't changed in 38 years. So,
and it's a cool album cover. I mean, it's for Night Ranger. It is. Night Ranger. Some of the album covers aren't the greatest, but this is.
Yeah.
Not that one. But
that's the back of it.
So, I always like the where they're standing there. There's like on one of the CD singles. They're all doing their pose, but Fitz is like sideways. Standing straight. It's like...
It's so punk rock.
Yeah.
It really is.
So...
It is so punk rock. And his hands are just down to his side.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
So, when you... after you listen to this, if you're still listening, type booger so we know. But... or
Brent was right.
But...
Booger.
On the YouTube, subscribe and like and
share.
Well, share all that good stuff. But give us your top 10. That's what I like the most out of all this stuff is just seeing. I'm surprised, when we on this page how many people like Color Your Smile. But it's almost it's either one or the other. It's like either it's people love it or they're in my camp and they hate it. There's no it's pretty okay. It's like, nope, dude, that's one of my favorite tracks. So I always enjoy that. It'll be interesting to, someone's going to be listening to this and go, how is At Night She Sleeps not a top 5 track for these guys?
So far back or something.
So.
Yeah, that's what I look forward to, the engagement. I want people, I long to see people's lists and compare them, see if they can sway me.
Brentry?
I just know that I'm right, so. But you know what? No, in all seriousness, like Josh said, we were all pretty much in tune. There was a couple doozies in there, which I expected.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
I knew Josh's number one was going to be my number one. I knew your number one was going to be "Don't Tell Me You Love Me."
Yeah, I battled with Eddie, and
but you can't. Like I said, it should have been a single. You can't disagree with the two top singles they picked off that album. In my opinion, you can't. They're classics.
Yeah. Is that it, Josh?
Well, I think so. Unless you guys got anything else.
Yep. Just thanks for keep motioning on the page. Did you like that? You're motioning. I wonder how many people read that as fans of motion. You're motoring instead of you're motioning. Hey, I'm branding things. That could be another T-shirt right there.
There you go.
You're motioning. People seem to like it. You wait to see. You
I'm
wait
gonna-
till I see what I do with an ice machine.
I'm going to hire Night Ranger, a lawyer, to sue us.
They can't. They can't.
I'm like, all right, guys, you got to put it into this.
You know, they don't say you're motioning.
Sign us off, Andrew.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much. If you're still
Thank you,
watching,
everybody.
we really appreciate if you're watching this far into the show. And like Josh said, go to YouTube and like us and subscribe and share it with your friends. And let's engage on the page.
And
Bye,
Josh,
everybody.
let's go. Booger.